Hello and good morning, everybody. So sorry for being late a little bit. Today is kind of a hectic day for me, but hopefully it's gonna be okay now. I'm just going to wait a few seconds for everybody to get the notifications, then we can start the training together. I hope you're going to enjoy today. And let me see if it's on the Facebook already. Then I can see how we're going on. Sometime you might gonna have my daughter on the screen because she's home today. So sorry if she's gonna distract anything. As the schools are closed, there is not much option for this. I included some of the important links to this video for today's task to help you out a little bit, because I thought it's good to get some stuff ready before we go on to building the website tomorrow. So other than the task for today, I will touch on choosing the domain and hosting as well, and choosing your branding colors as well, because those are important when you're building your website. So let's get into the training. So for today, you have a worksheet which asking you about which kind of pages do you need on your website. And let me just silence my phone because I don't want anybody ringing me. Silence when it's quiet. So a few pages are there. I just get my notes to make sure I don't forget anything. All right, 1 second. Day 2. Okay, so few pages are really important for everybody, regardless of which kind of website do you have. One is a bit different when you have only a landing page and you don't include anything else for the people to go on. However, you still need to have your pages done, but you're just not going to include them in the menu. You can have a link or another menu in a button if somebody wants to know the terms and condition and other stuff, then they can find it. So the first page we are going to need is a landing page, which can have different look depending on the website what you're building. Basically, a landing page is the page where people coming to your website. So it's normally the page what you're going to share with your customers, with your audience. So a landing page can be different for different websites. For a comparison, I get some pages ready for you. I'm just going to share my screen. So, for example, my website has a landing page for a business to sign up for my membership site. So what you can see on a landing page, I have a what's that called? A clock, a countdown to let people know that they have a free access for what I'm telling them underneath, until this clock is going to count down to 0. Then I have, I will tell you on Wednesday more about this page, but the landing pages all have one thing in mind for the people. You want your audience to do one single task on the landing page, and it have to be only one kind of call to action button, which is in my option is the to buy my stuff. So That's the only call to action you want to have on your landing page. Alternatively, you can have a call to action to sign up for your newsletter if they don't want to buy anything from you. If you have a blog, you're going to have a landing page something like this. And this is just showing the most popular, what's that called, topics of your blog, and most popular or latest blog post what you created in here. So you don't need to really worry about creating a separate landing page for your website if it's a blog. There is an option in WordPress that you can choose your home page to be your blog page, so it will make it possible for you to not worry about creating a separate landing page. If you have if you want to create a forum and you want solely just for forum, then your forum landing page would look something like that. Oh, sorry, this is a web shop. Sorry, not the forum. So a web shop would have a shop front instead of a landing page where you can show off your offers, you can show off your categories, and people can look around what kind of stuff you are selling. Then if you have a forum, which is solely just for forum purpose, nothing else, then your landing page will look like something like this. You have in the menu all your categories, and here already I assume these are the most common topics what people are using, and you can straight away come and join and read and comment on these forums. And again, I haven't made any forum yet, but I assume it's possible that you just set it up that this is your front page and you don't need to really deal with building a separate home page or a separate landing page. And I have my other website, which is a hybrid. And so on my website, you have on the top is telling the different directions you can go with my website, because I have my web shop in there, I have my party booking in there, I have my classes in there to arrange a class for your school, for example. And then in a menu you have all the options you can choose from. So you can see the shop, you can see our services. The author artist page is the about page. I have a blog on this one and my policies. And this is just not working. I have to take this off. I just tested the membership site on this page. And then as you go down, again, I have some touch up on the services I'm doing. Then I have my product categories. I have a welcome message for the shop, and I have my newest products showcased in here. And I think in a category, no, it's just the newest product, yeah. And then I have a product which is a featured product in here. And in the bottom, I have my latest blog posts. So this is a hybrid website again. Then another page you're going to need is an about page, which is very important. Let me go to my other website. About, so if you do your website solely for yourself, then the about page will be only talking about you, which I will explain again more in more details on tomorrow what you need to include in the about page. But this is about you, your credentials, your story, your power sentence, which I will teach you tomorrow how to create. And if you have a team, for example, I have in my membership site, I have my guest experts. So I created an about page for them as well, where you can find our team. And this is really simple. It's just to introduce your tutors, your workers, your administrators, whoever is on your team. So you can have widgets like this, like you have the picture of the person, you have some, you have most probably you want to put only their power sentence, but I'm going to teach tomorrow how to create. And then you have their social links to be able to show your audience where they can connect with them. And also in the top, you can include your company's values and what's that called? Uh, Principles, your values and principles, how you're running your business and what you want to achieve um, with your team in hand. Then another thing we need is a contact page. So if you have an online business, your contact page really needs to look very simply. It's just your address, your email address, your phone number. If you don't want to show your phone number, that's okay, but it's better to have your phone number. It shows people that you're legit. And I included my Facebook link in here, which I will change later on to a proper one, not like this. However, if you have a shop, you have a place where people can go to buy your stuff, not just online, then your contact page can be slightly different, because you can include a map in here so people can find where you are, which is, I think, very useful to have. Here I included my social media, all of them in here, and my YouTube, which looks a bit better than my other page. And I tell them what I prefer for them to do. So I prefer them to email me or something. Then you can include it here, what you like them to do if they want to contact you. And for example, you don't want everybody calling you on the phone, then you can direct them which kind of contact they can use for which kind of issues. Then the other pages you're going to need are the privacy policy and terms and condition pages. So I have it in this website. However, we will create these pages with a plugin on Thursday. Just a brief review on these. You in the UK, you are legally bound to have a terms and conditions and privacy policy page on your website, especially if you're selling things for people. So they need to know what happens when they pay, what happens if the product is not what they expected, do they have any refund policy, what happens with their data when they sign up for your website, are they going to have customer support or not, and what happens if they sign up for a subscription and they want to cancel, and what are the steps and what's going to happen afterwards. So all those details have to be on your website, and it have to be accessible for the people who's coming on your website, to make sure that you are legally clear on what you're doing. Also, if you have affiliate links on your website, you should have a disclaimer that tell people if they click on those web links and they purchase anything, you will get a reward for it. And also you have to tell them how you're going to deal with their details regarding to the GDPR rules. So those are the most important pages you need to have. If you want to have a blog on your website, you're going to need to have a blog page as well, where you have all your blog posts listed, and probably you can list your categories as well. Those are my product categories. But this blog is not have too many blog posts, but if you would do a blog, I advise you to have at least one blog post every single week, because that will boost your website's SEO results. It's really good to have, and of course when people sign up for your blog, for your content, they want to read your content, so they don't want to hang around for months to have a next thing to read. If you want to have a web shop, you will need to have a products page, which mine is look like this. You have the categories first, because I set up that way, and when anybody click on any category, they will see the products inside of that category and the description with it. And what else you wanted to do? Or some of you who want to create the website to be able to book things with you, you can include that part in your home page, and you can do something like this. When you have your home page, this is not my home page though, but when you have your home page, you can include something like this. You describe the things what they can sign up for, or call a book with you, or register a meeting with you, or anything, and then you include a button to book it, and this button will be linked to your calendar, and they can book straight away from your landing page if you wanted to do that. So this is about pages. And let me see, I don't see any comments or anything, so I don't think anybody watching me live now, which is understandable because all of us have our kids at home probably. So the other thing I want to talk about is choosing the colors for your branding. Now it's very important to know that branding is way more than colors. Branding is how you speak, branding is who you are, branding is what your audience think who you are, branding is how you dress, branding is the colors you're using. So it's a very broad thing what is a branding, and I will have training on my membership site about this. But just for now, I'm going to touch on the colors, because when you build your website, you need to use your branding colors, because it's very important to stay in the same color scheme and the same visuals for your business. People who saw your advertisement, saw your business page or Facebook page once, their mind remembers the color and remember the pictures what you are using, the logos. And if next time they click on the same link and something changes there, you will have a different color or different logo there, then they get confused. They will not be sure if they are in the right place or not, and confused people are not buying. So it will probably cause you lose your customers, some of them, unless you tell them in advance that you are doing a huge change. So it's important to choose your colors at the very beginning, the way you want it to be for a long time. Now, if something happens and if you want to change your colors or your logo or something, you can do it, but do it slowly and like when you have your branding colors, you should have like 3 to 4 colors chosen. And so when you want to change those colors, change them one by one each month or something like that. So your audience will get used to the new colors before they just see a totally different layout for their website, what they want to look at. So when we choose our colors, it's important to know that colors have meanings. So you need to choose your branding colors regarding to your values and principles to show people that what are you care about. And I find a nice website which explains the meaning of the colors. So it's really good to have a look around before you commit to 1 or 2 colors. You look around in here and find out what the colors mean. Like if you choose red, is the color of energy, passion, action, ambition, and determination. I myself had some note for my own colors. I'm just gonna find it for now. So my branded colors are what I chose regarding to these things are blue, which is trust and loyalty, honesty, reliable and responsible. Then my other color is brown, which is stability, reliability, a great counselor and friend full of wisdom, honest opinion, support, protection. And I have the black color, which is strong, power, protection, authority. And the gray color, which is stable, reliable, calming, mature, insightful advice. So I chose these colors because I'm running a coaching business and I want to show people that I'm reliable. I have the wisdom what I need to teach them and they can trust me. So that's why I chose these colors for my brand. Also, you should aim to choose 1 or 2 fonts for your brand, or maybe 3, what you will use when you're building your website. So it's good to have a nice layout when you're creating your website, your lead magnets, and everything what you are posting out like flyers. If you stick to your fonts, that will bring your brand along with everything you do, because people will recognize that you always write with the same fonts, and they will know that it's your thing what you wrote, not somebody else. It's good to um make them know that your brand is there. Your brand is have to be in everything. And then another thing is to think about today, because tomorrow we start building our website, and you can go along with a free hosting, free domain website, and do this training with the WordPress uh, free platform. However, it's more difficult to migrate your website into another domain. So I would really advise you to purchase your domain before tomorrow we start the training. Because when you have your own domain and hosting, when you uh, sign up for WordPress, you will have an option to choose that you already have your domain and hosting, so you don't need to migrate your website after that. I linked in the description of this video a page which will compare the top 10 hostings in the UK. Last night I just spent a lot of time on YouTube finding the best options, and I also included some links for you in this training. which explains the differences between the top companies. Ionos is the one what I'm using, but I'm really thinking of looking around, because when I bought my own domain and hosting, I haven't shopped around. I had no clue what I have to do. Nobody told me what's it for. I did lots of mistakes. So I need to shop around, because it's funny. For example, in Ionos, they say you get free domain and SSL certificate. However, I'm paying £5 a month, and they made me pay like £68 a year for an SSL certificate, which is actually the thing which will give you this lock on your website, which make your website safe for the people who log in. It's really important to have an SSL certificate, because if your audience have Sarah, put the volume down, please. I go in the kitchen, please. So if you anyway, just please go anywhere, please. What I was saying, sorry. So if, for example, I'm using my phone to go to my browser and look for pages I want to see, I have my Vodafone firewall on. And so if people don't have this lock on their website, they don't have the SSL certificate, my phone will straight away block that page and will tell me that, oh, this is not safe page. I don't want you to see this page because it's not safe. So to avoid that your customers not able to access your website, you should have an SSL certificate. So it's always good to choose a hosting and a domain supplier who's going to give you that SSL certificate. Is really, really, really important. Another thing is important when you're shopping around for the domain is to have a customer support, a good customer support, because you don't want, if you have any issue with your website and you need to sort it out, you want to do it as quick as possible. You don't want to wait around for days and weeks to get your problem sorted. So it's always good to have this 24/7 chat support or something, because things can happen if you, for example, want to migrate your website, or if you want to have extra options on your website. You might need some customer support, and you need to be able to talk with them. And one more important thing when you're choosing your domain and hosting, that you should be able to have an option for backups, because I myself, I don't have it at the moment, but I will, when I will shop around again, I will choose something which gives me a backup option, because anything can happen. If the server where you have your website is crashing, your website might gonna get lost. So if you have this daily backup option on your hosting, then that means they saving your website data, everything what's on your website every single day. So anything can happen, you can restore your website. If you don't have the what's that called, if you don't have the backup on your website, then if something happened, you can't restore your website and you have to start all over again to build it all up, which is a horrible mistake to do, because who knows, you spend like a month to fully create your website, all the content, all the amazing everything what you put inside, and then something happened, a hacker come and broke all the pages, and you have to start all over again. So I linked all the important stuff for you in this training video, and I hope you're going to find it easy today. And tomorrow we're going to start registering to WordPress and start building our website. So thank you for listening today, and have a great day. If you have any questions, regarding to the task today, what you cannot solve, you can post your questions in the task, or you can hold your questions until the 2 p.m. post when I'm going to ask you what's your questions. And as I did yesterday, I'm going to go live at 9 p.m. and I'm going to answer all your questions, whatever you have. And I will prepare as well what yesterday I couldn't answer properly. Now that I have some time left, I will prepare the answer for that for you all. So tonight I will go back on that as well. So thanks for watching, and see you at night. Bye bye.